unleashed America. We amble in a marathon that's within a maze. Honorable Farrakhan will amaze and astonish with his astute knowledge. A white man's college collects your wallet and wallows in your sorrow. We're sore losers cause Lucifer is winning the human race. We have a snail-like pace cause we fail to face the music. Confusion on how to fuse wit with actions. We sit in a labyrinth of factions, but if you add up all the factions, we can stand up and take down the whole paradigm. It's a state of mind that's out of line. You think all the innocent spilled blood would have drew the line, like Columbine in 1999. All colors gotta combine. Congress commercialized binary code. The government is the primary node for all propaganda. Stop and take a gander at the goose chase. The rat race, regardless of your race, we're placed on the same racetrack. Pace back and forth, cause we can't move forward. 4 words, we the poor people, we are more equal than you think, but we're doomed to sink if we don't rise up. Like Owen the Owl, we better wise up. Can't throw in the towel and stay tied up. Gotta get fired up and fire these higher ups. Replace them with real leaders. Erase the meal made by meat eaters. It's cleaner to not digest compressed wieners, dry ham or bacon. I am making a change in our strange habits. Not an addict to Adderall or alcohol. After all, I'd rather sit and sip alkaline water. It's asinine how we alter our physical form cause of an urge to conform. It's confounding, we're conned by forms. Formidable, miserable taxes taken since our nation's founding. It'll be astounding if we work up the nerve to reform, and thus a new democracy shall be reborn. Surrounded by hypocrisy since the day we torn from our mom's womb. A white room. It's no wonder why we cry and come out screaming. All the gleaming lights after 9 months of nights. It just doesn't feel right. Our first sight is a room as bright as a quasar. Question, who are the 1%? Present to me names and faces. It's a shame all races are oppressed. Stress isn't natural. Actually, anxiety is caused by the chaos of man-made deadlines. Getting underpaid at a 9 to 5 isn't being alive. It's bedtime, fast asleep, cause you keep pursuing the American dream. A scheme disguised as an organized drag race. We're in last place cause we drag our feet on the concrete outside of Wall Street. We meet defeat cause we're obsolete, absolutely weak from 40-hour weeks, while those in power are at the peak. Peekaboo, we hardly ever see who is the true president. These executives execute lewd schemes and execute our hopes and dreams. It seems they want us smart enough to work the machines, but docile enough to never move like the Marines and revamp their regime. We laugh at memes and fail to memorize how they glamorize our eyes. Lies, constantly hypnotized with the glamour. Our grammar doesn't discuss the subliminal slammer hammered into our brains. Chains invisible and the refrain indivisible. Injustice for all is appalling. Calling my higher self to balance my mental health. I felt calm after utilizing Islam. I study life around me and see that this town needs a star seed like me. Might be meek, but my inner light seeks to spend every second unifying all sections so as to lessen the obsession with reliance on an appliance from Apple. You buy Snapple with Snap, but it's a trap cause they treat the juice with beets and a boost of preservatives. Served all these chemical additives. I use various adjectives to paint an image in your mind. You might faint after I finish these lines, cause they're so divine. They diverge your spine chakras from toxic auras. Like Legend of Korra, my core is connected by a spiritual cord from my special lord. My lore is not respected by board members. I dismember hordes of horrible evil people. Peep the scripture, for it paints a bloody picture for heathens who align with demons. Breathing the very air the man upstairs gave you, and you still spill a slew of curses? Huh? My verses are versatile, a perceptive indigo child who never chatters. I care about what really matters. I'll tear your carefully constructed structure to tatters. Your chains cloudy to the ground as I rip you out of the clouds and clear away the fog. I used to fear there was no way to unclog the fluoride and fluorine. I thought we were just cogs inside the machine until I seen a glimmer of hope. Our hours are dimmer on dope, so to cope in a healthier manner, I decided to stand up and man up. I ran up on my demons, got them screaming when I scrutinized scriptures with all 3 eyes. I freed my inner angel when I switched my angle of perspective. I went from defective to detective and started to investigate Pizzagate, Project Blue Beam, adrenochrome drain from kids' screams and other secret agendas. A generation in genuine distress. A gentleman doesn't settle in with the mistress. But I digress to summarize ancient Sumerians prophesied. Beware of who you idolize. I wouldn't jeopardize paradise. Sacrifice survives before it worsens. Worship and never slip. Skip the bullshit. Cool whip. White skin, sinful elite. Think they're the real deal, but peel back the veil and observe the poor imitation. Activation of gnosis shall lead you to the conclusion of the original humans. To Allah I submit. We're the legit cream of the crop. Watch us rise to the top.